Good evening and welcome to this live broadcast. I'm MJ Lifestylist coming to you from my home and studio in Bournemouth in the UK. And we would love to welcome you here this evening. As you may have heard last week, our business is now 10 years old. 10 years of running a spiritual, esoteric, holistic, healing lifestylist business for the last 10 years here in the UK. We celebrated last Sunday and we have a crazy special that's running at the moment. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you will see the ticker tape has all the details of the crazy special. So I am just going to share this to my normal page. Don't forget, we are live here and on YouTube. So if you have a problem with watching us here, taking part here with our live, then you can switch over to our YouTube channel. Please go ahead and like us, ring the bell on YouTube, and you will have the ability to get all our broadcasts as they happen. James Noah, please go away. You are not welcome here. I haven't even started my broadcast yet, and you are already trying to troll my people. So you are blocked. Thank you for playing. I do not block. I don't know if that's worked. Good evening, Rachel. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We will see if that's actually worked. I also see Natalie's here. Hi, Natalie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. It is really, really frustrating when other people try to take over our broadcast. And so if any of you want to be vigilant, you can, by all means, if somebody is trying to offer other readings or other services here, bear in mind, I do not know these people. So I do not know how authentic or how valid their services are. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for others. And I would rather that other people did their own investigation for readings, etc., etc. So I'm trying to work out. Yes, I am having a very good weekend. Thank you. Hi, Nats. How are you, darling? You look great. So if you can't catch us here live, if you're having a problem here, then you can certainly catch us on our YouTube channel, and that will be great. Please, please, please do be vigilant. Do make sure that anyone that you choose to use for services is actually reputable. As always, we are doing some readings tonight. We are going to be chatting with you this evening. So I am asking you to like and share this broadcast, and once you've liked or shared it, if you can then go ahead and say yes please, and I will do a little bit of a reading for you. Now I might not be using cards entirely this evening because I might be using some intuition instead. So with that all said, let us I'm just trying to get everything up because I want to be able to deal with people that are unwelcome. So if you'll give me a moment. So like and share the broadcast, and then a yes please. So we have got, hey Jessie, how are you? We have got a yes please from Rachel. You will be my first, Rachel. You shall be my first. Let us see, where is this? This is on MJ Lifestylist. I'm just trying to get consistency going here. Last week I had a problem. I couldn't get rid of people when they were around. So, Rachel, let's start with you. Rachel, I know that you're starting a new chapter in your life with your current day-to-day work, and I know that you're also starting private work because we've discussed that and chatted about that. I just feel that that's going to go incredibly well. What they want me to tell you, Rachel, is that you're going to need to focus a little bit more on planning and on maintaining and on Jordan Charlotte, can you please go away? You are not welcome here, and you are not anybody that I know. What is it with people these days? Right, guys, I'm not going to get anywhere if I keep having to block people. So anybody else who feels like being security or management, can you just, when people are coming on, like George and Charlotte, who is unrequested, and just please do me a favor and just block them and report them. Right, Rachel, with your business, I feel like you just need to work out your timing. Timing is important, and scheduling. You need to leave enough time for both your training and education that you're doing for your new job, and then also you're changing over into a new store. So there's all sorts of things to go with that need to be sorted out. And then within both of those parameters, you also need time for you. So for me, they're talking about everything will succeed for you, but it just needs to be the case of making sure that you are working at your timing and your ability to balance everything. Rachel, balance is a big thing for you right now. Carly, I'm going to move on to you. Right, guys, lots of you are wanting to help out, and I really, really, really do appreciate it, because every time I have to stop to block someone or report someone, it takes me off my game. It takes me out of what I'm doing. So please know this, with as much love and light as possible. I don't mind people looking for work. I really don't. But this is my channel, and these are my people that have been attracted here because of me. I have no idea how other mediums or holistic therapists or whatever find their way in here, because they were not invited. They don't like my page. So I don't get how they find this broadcast. But I don't go into other people's broadcasts looking for business. So if you are inclined, someone's already asking, if you are inclined, then all you need to do is just click on their name and then block them or report them. And if enough of you do it, Facebook will actually pay attention and help me out. But I cannot keep going back. I don't have a team of people here to help me. So that's my problem. Carly Minyamorris. Hi, Carly. How are you? Haven't spoken to you in a little while. Carly, for you, I feel that there's a problem with things to do with digestion, food, changing food groups, making choices that are different for you at the moment. So I would really look, if I'm looking at you, I would definitely be looking at what goes into your body, how it goes into your body, what you're processing, what you're dealing with, etc., etc. Collie, does that make sense to you? You can come back and say yes or no, but it just feels like it's a time when you really need to focus on the content of what goes into your body, and also like the quality of what's going into your body is also another thing. Okay, so maybe making better choices or healthier choices. I don't know, whatever this is for you, it feels like you're on the right track. Keep pushing through, and that's going to really work well for you, Carly. I feel that that's going to be quite a strong focus for you in this coming year. Within this coming year, and that is how that is going to work out for you. Also, something going on with your left ear or your right ear. For me, it's the left, but it might be your right ear because I'm seeing things in mirror. Carly's saying it makes sense. So Carly, also just be careful of what you take on board and what you listen to, what you get involved in, conversations, information, etc. If you don't think it's for you, and if people are trying to use you as a scapegoat, just don't let them, don't get involved. Jessie Ann, hi gorgeous, how are you? Let's move on to you first. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to get through all of you tonight, guys. I do want to do more mediumship this evening than cards. I hope you don't mind. So like, share, say yes, please. If you want to book one of our birthday sessions that are available till the end of the month, it's half an hour for £10 instead of £30. So it's far more affordable. Affordable. Right, Jessie, I know that you're all about the makeup because that's how we met. We met through those channels, and I know that makeup is a really big passion for you. Just let me know that you're still here, Jessie Ann. I can actually see on the other screen if people are still here, because I'm using this screen to just filter through all of you. So I don't use hashtags, Victoria. I understand what you're saying, but I don't use hashtags. I know that there's makeup involved, Jessie, and you really, really enjoy doing your makeup and being involved with makeup. But then I want to say to you that I feel more so than this, I'm also drawn to say to you, recognize the beauty of who you are within. There's this disconnect between you and what you let people see. And the thing is, Jessie, you are such a beautiful soul. They're telling me that you're such a beautiful soul. You've got so much to give, and it's more than the face that you put out into the world. And I think they mean when you paint your face so beautifully, etc. I don't know if you have issues, and I'm not going to ask publicly, but I don't know if you have issues with like not liking your face or not liking yourself very much. But this says to me, you are such a beautiful person, and just recognize that you are so, so, so beautiful inside and out, and you deserve to also give your face a chance to shine through. It's not a criticism. It's not anything like that. It's not a read. It's just saying, as much as you look gorgeous, and you do when you paint, just recognize that you too are beautiful without the paint, and that's just such an important thing for you to hear right now and understand and process and go through. Okay? That's what they want to say to you. Connor Poulton, you are next. Connor Poulton, you are next. Hey, Gorge, how are you? We need to have a kiki soon. Connor is a friend of mine. I will go on record and say that, but we haven't actually chatted since December. So, Natalie, you're up next after Connor, and then Tony, and then I think Victoria's after that. Or no, Liz is after that. Nina Russell, I'm coming for you too. I can just see some names popping in, guys, so I will get to you as soon as I can. Right, so Connor, I know that work has been a struggle bus thing for you, and you've been looking for work, and you've applied everywhere, etc., etc., etc. They are coming back to this whole idea of you valuing the content of what you can put out on your own as well. And I know we've had discussions before. Actually, last year sometime, we were discussing that you'd had very successful businesses of your own, but that you were a lot younger. I know you're not old, but you were a lot younger than you are now, and that you felt at the time it was best to sort of shelve those and then move into being employed. And so I want to say to you, this feels very much that you maybe need to look back at the drawing board again at what you can do, even in a small way for now, and build on that, because that's going to be really beneficial to you. I myself have had this business for 10 years, and I can't believe that it's been 10 years already. And it hasn't been easy, as you know. It's been difficult. But the important thing to realize is that we do value our own time. We value the effort that we put in. We will really work hard. Connor, you're such a hard worker. If anyone's got work out there, Connor is looking at the moment. Specifics of what he's looking for, he could probably tell you. But it's just one of those things. We've got another troll, guys. Joseph Nick Reader, thank you for being so unprofessional and coming on to my broadcast. Please have a nice day. Can we block and delete, guys? Thank you. So kind of just go back to the drawing board. See if you want to take things on board. See if you want to process things. See if you want to look at something that you could do even on a small scale and how that could possibly expand for you. These all feel very, very, very plausible routes for you. It feels very plausible for you to be able to do that. Can someone please block and report Joseph Nick Reader? I don't know them at all and have nothing to do with them. So I don't know why they're trying to work through my page. If anyone knows how you can actually prevent people from coming into your page, please do let me know, because this seems to be happening every weekend now, and it's getting very irritating. And it actually detracts from what I'm trying to do, because it makes me look like I'm not a very nice person. And we've now got another one. Really? Okay. If somebody could do that for me, just let me know, and then I will try my best to carry on and ignore. Right, Natalie, I know you've got a foot thing going on, and like an ankle thing. You hurt, damaged, broke, did something to your ankle or your feet, and that's being sorted and being dealt with. But it's taking time to, repair. It's taking time to work. But ankles are also representative. If it is your ankle, just remind me: is it your ankle? Is it your ankle? Ankle. Natalie, just tell me, is it your ankle? Yeah, Connor, I think I will do that. I will try and get one of you to be admin for me. Because it's incredibly distracting from what I'm trying to do. Oh, it is your ankle, right. I'm just looking up for you. I'm looking up in the You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. Ankle. So each body part is listed in here and each ailment. Ankles represent inflexibility and guilt. Ankles represent the ability to receive pleasure. Right. This is because you don't feel deserving of things, Nats. And I know we've worked through this. You and I have had chats. You know, we have had private discussions, which we're not going to go into here. But it's about that feeling, you know, feeling worthy of pleasure, feeling worthy of enjoying yourself, and stop blaming yourself for the things that have happened. I know we've just had the anniversary as well, and I'm aware of that, my darling, and I'm sending you lots of healing, lots of love, lots of light. But I just feel for you that it is so important for you to understand, believe, and internalize that you too are worthy. You too are worthy. So that is going to really come forward for you in a good, positive way. Thank you to those of you that are assisting by blocking and reporting people. Please just continue to do it, because nobody else should be trolling someone else's site. Right, Tony, we are with you next. I'm now focused and ready to go with you. Let's go. Anyone that's come in, please stay. I will get to you. I promise I will get to you. I'm just trying to deal with trolls, and we've had 4 already this evening that are trying to take over the broadcast. Right, so Tony, my darling, I was looking at photos of you today with your Mother's Day photos, with you and your darling daughter Mia. Yes, it's Mia. You and Mia. And I just want to say to you that you can see how far you've come since whenever those photos were taken. There is progress, and there is a lot going on, which is really, really important for you to kind of look at. Okay, I want you to look at her and realize that even though you are the same person, you aren't the same person. So there's definitely a level of growth, there's a level of progress, there's a level of all sorts of things going on where you are just coming through in such a beautiful way, and just need to be celebrated in that way as well. So I want to talk about setting yourself up some more small achievable victories, and this is for everyone. Set yourself small achievable goals, even if it's a simple thing. Setting yourself small achievable goals that you can achieve within a day, within an hour, whatever. It might just be loading the dishwasher. Let's not get crazy, okay? It might be just loading the dishwasher or doing whatever. If you set small achievable goals, you will find that as soon as you achieve those things, it'll kick you into a positive mindset, and then you'll be looking forward to achieving the next thing. So small achievable steps is definitely the way to go for you, Tony. I feel you're definitely on your path. I feel we need to have a chat as well soon, so let's book that in to have a chat, just a coffee and a chat, because there's stuff going on for you as well. So let's work on that, and just long may it last, my darling. You are doing so well. I'm not gonna focus on the negative messages, guys. So Rachel just said thank you. Liz is the next person to say yes, please. Nina Russell, I see you here, my darling. Don't go anywhere. I know about your news from this week. I did see on your Facebook, my darling. So we will definitely get to you in a moment. So all I'm looking for is the yes pleases, guys. And to get a yes please, I just ask that you like and share this broadcast. Attract other people who are positive. Bring them in. They can decide whether they want to watch. They can decide whether they want to stay. And it's just really, really important to filter out all the weeds. So people are busy weeding for me at the moment. Thank you. Many blessings. Liz. Okay, Liz. We will talk in riddles for a moment. Harley, I will get to you, my darling. I can see you here, Gorge. Hey. I can see lots of people are popping in, and I am aware that lots of people are popping in, so I'm trying to get through everybody. So, Liz, last night we spoke privately after everybody else left, before the show, and I know we had a little bit of a chat then, and I saw your tribute this morning, and I just want you to know that even though you don't have children of your own, I find that you have, even in our playful way, you have a very mothering nature toward me, and I do value that, and I do appreciate that, and I appreciate you and all the other ladies who are on here who take such good care of me. Bearing in mind my mother is in South Africa, and Mother's Day in South Africa is only in May. I was very honored to be asked to do the Mothering Sunday service this morning at the Spiritualist Church, and I went along and did that with Andrew, my husband. He came with me, should I say, but I went to go and do the service, and it was really, really lovely. Not very many people in the church because of COVID, but it was so nice to get out and be of service again and give messages again, especially on Mothering Sunday. So Liz, please know that that I'm not asking you to be my mom, but I am considering you to be someone who I hold very near and dear to me, and who I am very pleased to have met, and who I'm honored to have in my company. For you, you need to realize that motherhood doesn't mean just from yourself. So you could be a mother without having to actually have given birth. And I think you have quite a mothering nature in your own unique way, and that is really, really important. And you are really, really blessed. Okay. Hey Nina, how are you? We're coming to everybody as we get to the yes, please. Carly's report back said, "Hi MJ, yes, that makes so much sense. Thank you, Carly. I did her reading earlier on." And Victoria Martin-Jewelry is next. Now, this is a lady who I'm very pleased to share information on. Victoria is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous jewelry lady, and she makes the most beautiful crystal jewelry and bespoke pieces, etc. She is working from a great heart space, and she's always, always, always been so gentle with me and so great with me. So I would like to thank you for being here. We've now got an Ibukunele T Smate Toby, who has now popped in, guys. So that's the next one. Right. So Victoria. Interesting for you, I'm getting symbology. I don't know if you're moving into, and I saw that you made some pieces that were shapes. Oh, obviously they're going to be shapes, aren't they? That were shapes this week, but I'm looking at symbology with you. Victoria, if you just pop onto, oh, there we go. Bless you, Martin. So Victoria, just answer this for me. I'm just going to look on the other screen because I'm using this screen to get through the people, but I can see the feed on this screen. Symbology. Are you doing things like with symbols, like the infinity symbol or Reiki symbols, or that kind of thing, where there's symbolism behind? I kind of want recognizable symbols rather than just shapes. It feels like something that you're doing. It feels like something that you continue to do, and I think that's a lovely new segue for you, where you get to do stuff in a different way, in a unique way. Look at that. Also, I feel like you're going to start working in, this is weird, more precious metals or more precious crystals. I don't know whether you are you're doing like a new scale of things where there are going to be more bespoke pieces, more tailor-made pieces, more high-end. That's what I'm looking for. Still the artisanry and the craft thing, but it feels like it's going to become more high-end. So there's a whole thing there. There's packaging, there's symbolism, there's symbols. It just feels like everything's kicking up a notch for you, and I'm so glad it couldn't happen to a nicer person. So please, guys, go look up Victoria Martin-Jewelry, I think it is. Victoria Martin-Lewis Jewelry. Pop it up on screen, Vicky. I've got no problem with you popping it up on screen, and people can see the message if they are interested. But that is somewhere where I would advocate you go to, not these people that are trying to jump onto my broadcast. Michelle Dennis, hi, Juanet. Michelle is in South Africa. We haven't seen you for a while, Michelle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, Michelle, for you, okay, things don't look like they've been very easy for you in the last last 3 months, I want to say. I feel like the last 12 weeks have been quite difficult for you. Whether you've been pressurized, whether you've had stuff going on, I'm not sure. But it just feels like I want to say to you, you know, keep pushing through, because it feels like the end is in sight. You're coming to an end of a difficult patch at the moment, and I feel like you're just about to push out through the other end. So you're just about to see the results of what you've been through, and also to have a better understanding of why you've had to go through what you've gone through. I feel like there's been a legal battle or a custody battle of some sort. There's been some sort of he said, she said, they said, that kind of things. So it feels very much like you do feel overwhelmed with things. Things have been happening to you, around you, with you, maybe with property, with your business, etc. But it feels like you're about to come out of that in a good way. Not necessarily, I want to hasten to add, not necessarily like a huge profitable way, but in a good way. Like you're going to come out with little to no damage, and it's going to be all right. Things are going to be good for you. Things are going to be all right for you. So that in itself feels great. Guys, if you want to take advantage, I am doing until the end of this month. You've got to email me or you've got to message me on my page, MJ Lifestylist, you can get a 30-minute reading, treatment, or consultation booked in, and that will cost you £10 instead of £30, 2/3 off, because it was our birthday last week. We're 10 years in the business. I've been reading for 25 years, but I've had a spiritual business for 10 years. Right. Colin Morris says, thank you. Donna Charlton, you're in Germany somewhere, aren't you? Saying, hi, Bumblebee. Hey, gorgeous. How are you? David Van Heerden, you are next. So I am working. I know the list is long, guys. I am working through the list. You just have to pop up once. You just have to pop up once, yes, please, that you'd like a reading. And all I ask you to do is please like and share the broadcast. And then that'll really be good because other people will get to see it. So that's all I'd ask you to do is like and share the broadcast, then say yes, please. I'm happy to do it. Just pop it up once. I will get to you. Don't stress. People are putting it up multiple times, and all you're doing is making the feed longer that I need to get through. So rest assured, if you put it up, I will get to you tonight before I leave this screen. David, yes, please. Right, David, how's your mum? Where's the breathing thing going on? Is there a tightness in the chest? Is there an asthma thing going on? Who's got the breathing problem at the moment? Breathing, circulation, respiratory, or something like acid reflux? It's all here, David. That's what I want to know. It's all here. It's sort of throat down into the chest towards the lungs. That's what I'm looking at. So where is that? Nina Russell, I'm coming to you next. I'm just waiting for David to respond. David, are you still here? Da, 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 da. I'm getting around to everyone, Lucy Eggleston. Don't you go anywhere. David, come back. I just need to know, David, that you're still here, and then I need to know who's got the breathing thing or the respiratory thing or the acid reflux. That's what I'm thinking. If David isn't going to come back to me, then I've had shortness of breath lately. Right, Dave, go and have that checked out. I know it's difficult to do. I know it's difficult. I know you said my brew. It's difficult to do, my brew. I know it's difficult to do, Dave, but I really do think you need to check it out. It feels like it could be just like anxiety or stress or something like that, but it is something that's worrying you, and I would just absolutely take the opportunity to have it looked at just for peace of mind, hey? Just for peace of mind. Please, as always, send my love to your mom, to your in-laws, to your wife. I would love to talk to your mom. Can we set that up soon, please? I'd really love to chat with your mom on screen on a video call. Would be really, really great. Joseph Nick Reader is back again, guys. If somebody could block and report and delete him. Not sure why, but he's back. So that's for you, Dave. Just check out your health. Make sure that you take care of yourself and look after yourself. Hey, Harley. Okay. Right. Nina, I know what news you've had this week, and I'm really sorry to hear about the passing of your mom. And I do wish you all the best. I want to tell you that it feels like she's at rest. It feels like she's without pain. It feels like she is just really, really grateful. Really, really grateful to have had the time with you. And she is really, really honored to have been able to be your mother. Things are not fantastic for you at the moment, and there are little issues that are going on with you and with people around you. Please, please, please focus on you. Take the focus away from others. Try not to let others interfere with you. Try not to let others influence you, because there is this thing where people are all trying to take ownership of what you think, feel, do, etc., etc., etc. So I want to say that to you. I also want to say, are you still here? Nina, are you still here? Just yes or no? Okay, I don't see Nina popping back up on screen. Nina, if you are still here, if you would like to have a little private chat with me and just check in with me, I'd be more than happy to do that with you at some point. Just let me know, my darling. Oh, there you are. You are still here. Darling, if you need to have a chat with me, or you just want to have a chat with somebody who understands these things, you want to have a bit of a video call, I've got no problem with doing that for you, my darling. We have been connected for many, many years, and I'm more than happy to do that, okay? If you would like to. No pressure. Just take care of yourself and do the best that you can, okay? Hi, darling. Hello, my darling. I am fine. Jessie reported back and said, I do have a lot to give. I have trouble filling my own cup. Absolutely. And that's the thing, is that a lot of us focus on what we can give out to the world, which is great, but we do not take time out for ourselves. Thank you, MJ. Only a pleasure, Connor. Thank you. Right, now we've got all these, I've literally got all these hackers, or whatever they're called, trolls. Right, we've gone through that. Guys, I'm just going to try and work through to find the next person. Oh, shoot. Sorry, my screen's jumping. Give me a moment, guys. Okay, so it's just so irritating, guys. Right, we were there. I'm trying to be fair and go to the very next person. So after Nina, I had just blocked Liz Murphy. You are next. Liz, are you still here? Let us know that you are still here, please. Liz Murphy, if you can just let me know if you're still here, please. Anyway, in the meantime, we had Lucy saying, hello, my lovely. So sorry I'm late. Sending you all loves today. Gorgeous vibes. And then Natalie said, thank you. You are so amazing. Only a pleasure, my darling. Mwah. Look after yourself. Right. We are looking for Liz Murphy. I just need to know if you're here. Yes, she's here. Right, Liz. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? So, Liz, you will be followed by, I'm just trying to get ahead of the game, please, guys. Danielle Calder. Danielle, darling, you're next after Liz. So don't go anywhere. Dan, will you just let me know that you're still here, please, Dan? That's where I am on my list. What I'm trying to do is wade through all the messages from other people trying to piggyback on our broadcast. Bum, 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 bum. Thank you guys for doing all the blocking and reporting. Like and share this broadcast, then say yes please. You can be in with a chance to get a reading. I am going to try and get to everyone that has said yes please once, and we will work that way. Right, Liz. Liz, I feel that there's a thanks, Danielle. Liz, I think that there is a heart soreness with you. Your heart is sore. There is something going on where someone's actually like betrayed your trust or hurt you at the moment. And it's something that you're finding very difficult to process, very difficult to work through. Does that make sense for you? It just feels like it's close to you and someone's just really made you question things and really hurt you in a way that is really, sort of inexcusable, really, Liz. Does that make sense for you? Because I feel like there will be a turning point. There will be I'm going to say a judgment day, but I don't mean in a nasty way. I mean, there will be a turning point where this person will actually realize the error of their ways, but I do feel that it's going to be too late for them. I think you're going to get to a point where you can actually just cut them off and move away because you've been hurt so much by this actual betrayal of trust or betrayal of your friendship, etc. Liz is acknowledging it, saying yes. So I just want to say, Liz, keep doing what you're doing. Don't get yourself worked up about it. Everything they say will come out in the wash. They always say everything comes out in the wash, and it just feels like it's very, very, very important for you to recognize that and to know that this betrayal was meant to be at this time, and that you are able to you will successfully be able to move on and move forward from this. Okay, be gentle with yourself, understand your parts in it, but also understand that, you know, perhaps sometimes it's best for these things to happen when they do, so that we don't invest too much more of ourselves. So Danielle, you are next, and then I am on to Lucy Eggleston after you. Right, Danielle. Hey, gorgeous. How are you? So lovely to see you here this evening. Good evening and welcome. So for Danielle, what have we got for Danielle? Oh, okay. Danielle, there's a lower back thing going on with you. Can you just confirm whether that works for you, or whether that's true for you? I feel like there is a lower back thing going on. It feels like a twinge or a twitch or just a discomfort in your lower back. Yes, no, maybe. Just pop it up on screen so I can just see that I am definitely on the right track. So I feel there's a lower back thing, and I know for a fact that lower back always relates to prosperity and abundance. How we feel about it, how we deal with it, do we feel worthy of it, and how we work and move forward from it. Prosperity and abundance. So that doesn't always have to be financial. It can be prosperity with friends, it can be prosperity with time, it can be all sorts of things. Okay, Danielle? For me, it feels like lower back. If you've got a bathtub, go and run yourself a bath, put bath salts in, or put some gorgeous shampoo, bubble bath or whatever in, anything like that that will relieve and will detensify. I also want you to take it really, really easy. Try and avoid doing things that are going to intensify the issue. It doesn't feel constant though. I know you have some health issues. I'm aware of that because we have chatted before, but it just feels like you're going to relieve the tension more by just being a little bit more gentle with yourself and allowing that to subside. You also need to work out how you feel about prosperity and abundance in all fields of your life, number one. Number two, once you've worked that out, know that you are deserving of prosperity and abundance. You are absolutely deserving of prosperity and abundance, and it's something that you need to work towards in a good and positive way. Cool. We are going to move on because that was you and your back. And I will send you some healing, Danielle, if you'd like me to. I will send you some healing, my darling. Lucy Eggleston. Hello, gorgeous. So lovely to see you. I'm just going to cut through all the conversations. Harley Dady, you're next. Harley, can you just let me know if you're still here? Lucy, can you just acknowledge that you're here? And Wendy Pearl, can you acknowledge that you are here, please? I am getting through everybody. I will carry on until I'm done with everybody. So I've got Lucy right now, and then I'm moving on to Harley, and then I'm moving on to Wendy. So Harley and Wendy, I need a confirmation that you're still here. Otherwise, I'm going to move past your name. Harley is still here. Fabulous. Hello, gorgeous. And then Wendy Pearl, I need to know if you're still here. Lucy, are you here? I don't think Lucy's gone anywhere. So, Lucy, I'm going to go on to you. There we go. Wendy, you're also here. Gorgeous. Okay. So, Lucy, then Harley, then Wendy, and then I'll move down and see who's next, and I'll give you guys a heads up. Okay, that'll be easier if we do a couple at a time. Right, so Lucy, for you. Lucy, I know you've moved, I know you're settled, and I do feel like there's a certain aspect of you is unsettled. And, you know, going off of what I was just saying to Danielle, there is a certain feeling of, I'm not going to call it guilt, but it's almost like, I know the struggles of what you went through to move, and I know the sale and the preparation and the getting rid of the stuff from the house, etc., because we had a long chat about that. But this feels very much like, I want to say to you, you know, take the accolade, take the trophy, take the prize. You are so deserving of it. It is yours. It is naturally yours. And you need to just own it. You need to own it, because right now there is a certain aspect where it's like, oh, you know, feeling a little bit, maybe feeling a bit reminiscent, which is fine, but also just feeling like maybe you're not, like you feel like you've landed in the perfect situation. The house is great, and the boys are happy, the dogs are happy, and you're happy, and then there's that kind of like twinge of, but do I deserve to be happy? And the answer absolutely from spirit is yes. Your husband, who is in spirit, wants to really acknowledge you. He really wants to embrace you, build you up, hold you up in high regard, and he's just so proud that you've been able to effect these changes, even though he probably would have resisted them or kiboshed them, you know, when he was still around. He just understands fully now, and understands and realizes why it is that you've had to do what you've done, and why it is that you've moved the way you have, and how it is that you want to provide, you know, safety and comfort and inclusiveness for you and Ross, and I've forgotten the other dog's name, but you and Ross and the other gorgeous dog. So all three of you just really need to settle now into your homes because you are so deserving, okay? And that's what I want to say to you this evening. Moving on to Harley. Hello, you gorgeous creature. One of my favorite people in the whole entire world. Harley. Harley. So I'm Harley, and then I'm with Wendy after Harley, and then Jacqueline Gray, or Jacqueline Gray. Could you just confirm that you are still here, Jacqueline Gray? Could you confirm that you are still here? Harley. There is a lot going on with you at the moment. Surprise! Now, Harley and I actually do work together, but we haven't seen each other in over a year. We actually work with each other, but we haven't actually done what we do for over a year, and I just miss your face, Harley. I really do. So, lots going on with you. Lots of administrative stuff going on with you. I feel almost like I can see you doing stuff with admin or changing jobs or whatever. There's something administrative going on with you where it needs to be acknowledged, recognized. I'm not sure what it is, but it just feels like it's ongoing and it needs to be sorted and it needs to be done. Please read the fine print. I know you will. I know you're that kind of girl, but they just want me to really attract your attention to making sure that you read the fine print, go through it with a fine-tooth comb, and know your worth, Harley. Know your worth. Also, with the other business that you run, I feel that's going to go from strength to strength. I think there's lots to happen with that, with your private business from home. And I think that is going to be really, really good for you moving forward. We also need to chat incredibly soon about stuff because there is stuff on the cards for us. But for you, I feel like you are also hiding behind paperwork, my darling. It doesn't feel like you're dealing with stuff because you're hiding behind paperwork and you're too busy to deal with stuff. You need to make yourself unbusy and you need to call me because we need to have a chat. But it feels like there is an aspect that Harley's kind of avoiding things and she's dealing with it in her own way. And maybe we just need to resolve that and put it into a nice, neat bow for you. So let's think about that, see how you feel, and then we will move forward if you are willing. And you know I'm always here for you, my darling. Any time of day or night, I will be here for you. Mwah. Wendy Pearl, hey gorgeous, how are you? Welcome. It was your birthday the other day, I think. Right, Wendy, before I read for you, we're going to go, that was a thank you from there. So Jacqueline Gray, we are with you next. Used to go to Spiritual Church in Christchurch, the Freaky. Wonderful place. Thank you. And then I've got a bless you from, I'm just doing all the thank yous quickly. Hello, MJ, hope you're well. Hello, Javika, how are you, my darling? We will be with you shortly. So I am now with Wendy Pearl and then with Jacqueline Gray. I'll be with you next. Wendy, where is the, Wendy, are you still here, first of all? Second of all, where is the injury to the arm? I almost want like a carpal tunnel-y thing, like here on the wrist. Like a repetitive strain injury that's happened. Now, is that with you or is that around you, Wendy? I need to know this. So carpal tunnel-y, like too much typing or too much writing or whatever. It's a repetitive strain injury, and it can affect the carpal tunnel. Who does that register for you, Wendy? I see you here still. So who does that register for you, Wendy? If you can come back to me quickly. Guys, also remember we've got a 10-second delay on this. So as much as, right, not with me, but a friend. As much as I am speaking to you and I think I'm speaking live, it takes a while to get to you and then it takes a while to get back to me. So please do excuse the delay, but there is a delay. There is about a 10-second delay. Right, not with me, but with a friend. Okay, I want you to look to that friend, see how much contact you've had with them recently. There feels like there's a symbiosis or there's a similarity in stuff that you're going through. Maybe it's personal stuff, maybe it's work-related stuff. You'll be surprised. A problem shared is a problem halved. And I think there's a certain situation with you at the moment that you're kind of looking for who you could talk to, who you could get advice from, that kind of thing. And they're certainly indicating that if you look toward this friend or look toward that direction, you will find the answers that you seek. Also remember, often The answers that we seek are actually within us. But in talking to somebody else, we reveal them to ourselves, because we don't always listen to ourselves, do we? But when we're giving advice to a friend, or when somebody else is having a similar problem to us, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, then we tend to kind of go, oh, okay, I would deal with it like this. And then all of a sudden that bright spark moment happens and you realize that it actually applies to you as well. So seek out the friend, figure out if there's a conversation that needs to take place, or if there is a symbiosis, some sort of thing that both of you are simultaneously going through or similarly going through, and figure out how to best communicate with them, and in so doing, communicate with or find the answers that you seek within yourself. Really, really, really a strong indicator of that for you. Does that make sense for you? We are moving on to Jacqueline Gray. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? I'm hoping I'm saying it right. I'll say Jacqueline and then Jacqueline, and then I'm just going to call you Jackie because I don't want to mispronounce your name. So, Wendy, if you can just confirm that that makes sense, that'd be great. Jax. Oh, now I've gone to Jax. Okay. After Jacqueline, I have got Javika, you are next, and then Serini, you are next. So Javika and Serini, who I think are sisters, you guys are next. Okay, so Wendy says yes, thank you. Brilliant. Thank you, Wendy, for confirming that for me, so I can move on to the next person. Jacqueline, hi, how are you? How are you this evening? Something is troubling you. Hi, Erin, I was thinking about you today. Jacqueline, something is troubling you, and I find that it helps to talk to people, okay? I'm not going to suggest anything about your health, but I am going to ask that if something is troubling you, do reach out to someone to talk to. Like I said to Wendy right now, a problem shared is a problem halved. So please, please, please make sure that you speak with someone, make sure that you get some advice, get some support, because it feels like it's really, really needed by you at this time. If it's not you personally, then I feel like it's with a child that's related to you. But I do, first and foremost, the bus stops with you. And then I kind of go, well, if it isn't you, it might be under you. So it would be children below you, your children or children that you know of or are related to or work with. So look into that, see how that works for you. But I do find that you're not speaking up. You're actually holding on to things, and you need to actually allow yourself to be heard. You need to voice what you're going through. You need to voice your opinions, issues, problems, reservations, etc. Jacqueline, I don't even know if you're still here, actually. I didn't ask. The Mudley sisters are still here, though. Yes. So, Jax, for you, I would say, please speak to someone, reach out to someone, see if you can get some help or some advice or someone to talk to. If you don't find anybody else and you do need to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to have a chat with anybody. More than happy to have a chat with anybody. I'm always available, and I can be contacted through my MJ Lifestylist page. Okay, she is here. Does that make sense to you, Jacqueline, what I've just said? I see you've said I am here. So does what I've said make sense to you? That's what I'm just looking for, is confirmation of what I've just said. I just feel like you could do with chatting to someone, and that there's stuff going on that you need to process. That's what I'm kind of being pulled towards for you. Right. Okay, thank you. Yes, and like I said, Jacqueline, if you feel inclined to, if you want to, send me a private message and we can set up a chat for you. Okay. If you're inclined to. Right, the Mudley sisters. We are starting with Javika, and then we'll move on to Serini, and I think Anusha is here as well. I don't know if all three of you have requested a reading. Yes, Anusha has requested one as well. So I'm going to do all three Mudley sisters right now. Okay, so Javika, actually, I don't think Anusha. I don't think you're a sister, are you? Anusha, are you also a sister? I don't mean disrespect. I'm wondering if you're not the mom. Why do I feel that? I feel like Anusha's the mom. Oops. Have I said something? Right. Javika, lots of processing, lots of paperwork for you, lots of deals going through. I forget what you do now for a living. Javika is an ex-student of mine from when I worked in South Africa. I taught in South Africa. Javika, I just feel like there's lots of paperwork going over your desk, or lots of paperwork that you're needing to deal with, process, go through, etc. And I just feel like I want to say to you, take a breath. Take a breath. Yes, Anusha is the mum. Thanks, Anusha. I was like, oh, hang on. I remember you being the mum. Javika, so take a breath. Just take time out before you sign stuff. I don't know if it's you needing to sign stuff or proofread stuff or go through stuff. It just feels like lots and lots and lots of reading, lots and lots and lots of paperwork, lots and lots of stuff being requested from you. And you just need to go, right, I need 5 minutes to read it, process it. And as much as you can, Javika, put barriers in between you and deadlines so that you have time to process before you commit to anything. I don't want you to sign for something unless you've really understood it and work your way through it as you usually would. I just think at the moment people are trying to kick back into normal life again, and because of that, people are trying to get things processed and swept through very, very quickly, and that can be dangerous. That can be dangerous. So for you, Javika, please, lots to process, lots to work through. Try and put some barriers in between you and decision making so that you can actually have time to work through and process what you are dealing with. Moving on to Serene. Serene, for you, it feels a lot calmer. Things feel a lot more chilled. They feel a lot more relaxed. And it just feels like I want to say for you that things are going really and truly well for you, and that you need to maybe just be a bit more focused. Okay, so where I kind of want Javika to chill and relax and try and get some structure and some space between her and having to make lots and lots of decisions or processes, for you, I think adversely, I want to say there needs to be more focus on discipline and bringing things forward and working through things and working with things, Serene. But there's also time for celebration for you. So I don't know if you are doing any sort of traditional coming of age things, or if there's a wedding or a celebration or because I see, and please forgive me if I've got the wrong culture. Please forgive me if I get the wrong culture. But I do feel like I want to say things like sweetmeats and flowers. So I know that that's usually for parties, celebrations, weddings, etc. Because I've been to different Indian cultural activities in South Africa, but I don't want to disrespect you by getting the wrong culture. So I see all the prepared foods, the sweetmeats and what are those called? Marigold flowers, and all the beautiful what's that called now? When you draw, oh gosh, what's that called? You know what I mean, when the pictures are drawn with the ink. Do you know, that's gone right out of my head now? Someone tell me what that is. Javika, tell me what that is. But it feels like there's adorning and there's celebration coming up for you, Serene, or around you, and really, really enjoy henna. Thank you, bless you. Like henna detail, and I know that's all got to do with ceremony, procedure, celebration, etc. So if anything like that's happening for you, or you are attending something like that, please enjoy it by all means. But look at the structure of your life and how you are dealing with things, processing things, working through things at the moment. Right, Anusha, I'm with you next, my darling. Good evening and welcome. Many blessings to you and your beautiful daughters. It's Victoria Martin Jewelry. Was Victoria's page, if anyone wants to go and look at that. Anusha, I am with you in a moment. I just want to go. Thanks, Martin, taking a break for a while. Cool. Sandra Cashel, I'm with you next. If you are still here, please do let me know. Serena, does that make sense to you? And Sandra Cashel, if you could just verify that you're here. I'm going to read for Anusha first, but I am going down the list. And this was very difficult, Martin. Thanks, Martin, ending the last cycle. Amazing. Good. I hope, but moving forward, it's going to be really, really good for you if you're still here, Michelle. Okay, Sandra, you are here. So, Sandra, you are after Anusha. And then Debs Davis, are you still here? Because I am going to be reading for you next after Sandra. And then Jim Crowley. Jim Crowley, are you still here? So if I ask you to just confirm that you're here, it's just so that I can process everybody in order. It is taking me a little bit longer tonight, but that's okay. I don't mind. We had a lot of trolling earlier on, which kind of threw me off my game. But lots of you have jumped in and helped out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Many blessings to all of you. Right, Jim's also here, and Debs is present. Fabulous. Right, so we've got a little list going on, and then I'll get to people further down the list. Right, Anusha, for you, I also want lower back pain, but I think this has got to do with stress or strain rather than prosperity and abundance. Anusha, would you understand a lower back pain for me? Also something going on with your kidneys. I'm not sure if you need to cleanse or filter through your system. I'm not sure, but I feel like kidneys and then into the lower back. And it feels like it can bring you pain at some times, some stress, and some discomfort. Would you understand that, Anusha? That's what I feel I want to say to you right at the top of this reading. I want to say that I feel like there's pain and there's stress and discomfort. Kidneys into lower back. That's where I feel I'm working for you. And it does feel like it's with you, Anusha. I don't know if you've been working really hard or if you've just been overdoing things, like getting too much done, moving around too much. I'm not sure. But I just feel like I want to encourage you to slow down. That feels really, really important for you at the moment. And something that will be fruitful in the long term. It just feels like once you relax more, once you take more time out, once you reap the benefits of all the hard work that you've done, you will find your health improves and you will find that you're happy and able to enjoy the rest of your life moving forward from that point. But still, it feels like at the moment you are running around after other people and trying to do things for other people. Does that make sense to you, Anusha? I actually think we've met as well, Mrs. Woodley, way back, but I think we have met. So please just confirm whether or not that makes sense for you. Does that make sense for you? Right, Sandra, please forgive me for saying it wrong. I hate pronouncing people's names incorrectly, so I am just assuming that if I say Sandra and Sandra, I will somehow get it right at some point. There we go. Thank you, Anusha, for confirming that for me. So please take time out to rest. If there is lower back or kidney pain or stress, water, like a good water cleanse would work. If you just drink lots of water, it will just flush your system and allow you to be in better health. I would put cucumber in, or I would put lemon juice or mint in, or all three, and I know you can do that. And that is the way in which you will actually end up feeling a lot better. So, Sandra, I'm with you. Sorry. Hang on. Yes, Sandra, I'm with you, then Debs Davis, and then Jim Crowley. And then I can't see the next person on the list yet. So Sandra, let's go with you. Sandra, have you got something going on with your throat, or a tightness in your throat, more than chest, like a scratch or a tickle or a cough or something going on here with your throat? Sandra, I just need you to say yes or no. If it's not you, can you tell me, is it somebody around you? If it's not you, can you tell me if it's somebody around you? Pleasure, Anusha. Have a good evening, darling. Sandra? No. Would you understand somebody around you having a problem with their throat, or is this someone in spirit who had a problem with their throat before they passed? No one around me. And in spirit, I definitely want a throat thing for you. It's definitely a clear indication for you. Would anyone you know, Sandra, have passed, and when they passed, they had like a throat problem, or they had difficulty speaking when they passed, like a scratch or a frog in their throat kind of thing? How weird is that? That's another no. Okay, let me go the other way around. Sandra, would you understand that you're not speaking up about something at the moment? Our throat chakra is always to do with communication and creativity. And when I'm picking up throat stuff, it's got to do with not expressing yourself properly or not feeling like you're being heard. Sometimes we want to say things, but we choose not to say them because we choose not to say them because we don't want to hurt people around us, or we don't want to cause trouble or issues with people around us. So often we kind of hold back from saying the things that we really do need to say, purely because we're not wanting to affect trouble or a change or whatever around us. It's either creatively or communicatively. Failing that, it's that somebody you know is not communicating properly and fully and honestly with you, and that might be a problem in a way, because it creates that it's not distrust, but it creates that question or query around motivation and around why things are done or why things are said. So if it's you or if it's somebody else, communication and creativity register for me as throat problems. Okay, so when we're not speaking our truth, when we're not feeling we're being heard, when we're not feeling we're being validated, and so that's where you would next need to address things for yourself. Make sure that whatever you say, you are responsible for what you say and what you do, how it is said and how it is done. Those are the 4 laws I live by. And so whatever comes out of my mouth has been carefully crafted because I don't want to be misrepresented. I don't want to be misunderstood. I want to make sure that I'm very clear in what I'm saying. If this is you, that's the case. If this is not you and you're feeling it from somebody else, it might be worth just gently saying to them, look, I'm picking up that there's an issue, or I'm picking up that you're not saying what you need to say. This is an open opportunity for you to communicate with me. Is there something that needs to be said? Is there something we need to work out or thresh out? And then see how that works. And more often than not, it is something that can be resolved very, very quickly. Also with you, I want a difficulty with food at the moment, with processing perhaps. I'm not sure if you're holding on to food or what the deal is, but it just feels like, without going into personal stuff, it feels like there might be a case across where the tummy is, the digestion is, there's difficulty with process and release of foodstuffs. So that might cause like tummy problems, cramp problems, difficulties, etc. in the lower abdomen. So just look at what's going into your body and see if there's something that you've been eating, taking, involved with that isn't agreeing with you, that might be creating that. That's what I want to say. Something that isn't agreeing with you that might be creating that difficulty with you. And just lots and lots of love being sent to you from spirit side, which is really, really interesting. Lots and lots of love being sent to you from spirit side, which is really, really interesting. Debs Davis, I'm with you next. Debs, there is a whole thing going on with you, and you and I could talk for hours. It just feels, Jim, I'm with you next. Debs, pause. Debs, pause. Jim, I'm reading for you next after Debs, and then and then I can't see who's after that. Okay, so we'll just have to do that. Deb, sometimes we spend too much time mulling things over in our head, and I know you and I are famous for both saying what we mean and saying what we mean when we mean it. We are both quite vigilant about that and speaking our truth, etc., etc. But sometimes you hold back from things, and it's things that are potentially not beneficial to you, and so you hold back from them, but that is to your detriment. Like, you're the one that ends up suffering because of it. So they want you to be a little bit more on Team Debs, and a little bit less on Team Planet, so that you just bring it more into balance. They want you to take the accolades you deserve, the kindness that you deserve, the information that you deserve, all of that, and they want you to really take that on board. Because what you do, like me, is sometimes you deflect things and you don't own them. Things that are coming toward you, you don't own. And so therefore you're kind of saying to Spirit, well, thanks for the recognition, but I don't want it. Or thanks for the recognition, but I don't need it. Send healing to him rather, or send healing to her rather, etc. So when things come towards you, and when you sense things are coming towards you and are for you, please take them on board because you are deserving of them. Don't deflect them. Don't give them to somebody else who you believe might be more needy or more worthy of them, because you end up blocking yourself in that process. And so my wish for you is that you recognize the gorgeous human being that you are. Okay? The amazing, gorgeous human being that you are. Debs Davis, can I get an amen up in here? Mr. Jim Crowley, hi Jim, how are you? I don't believe we've met. So you are a fresh face and a fresh person to read for. Forgive me if we have met, but from this little photo that I can see, I don't believe we have. Jim, just give me a moment to see if there's anybody else on the list after you. I'm looking for the yes pleases. This was when we had lots and lots of trolls, so I'm going through lots of troll bait here. Da, 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 da. Right. Niropa, are you still here? Niropa, are you still here? Because you might be next. Niropa, you are next after Jim. And then I'm looking for the yes please, darlings, boys and girls. I look for a yes please. That's what I'm looking for. I am working down the list, guys, and it is already over the hour, but I'm more than happy to finish up. Jim, bless you. You're being patient as well. Nirupa, if you are still here, you are next after Jim. Harley, I've done yours. Wendy, I've done yours. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone after Nirupa. If she is still here. If she isn't, we'll just move on. Wendy, not with me, but with me. Right. Then I've got... Sorry, guys, there's a lot to read through. So Jim, then Niropa, if she is still here. If she's not, well, then we'll move on. But I'm looking for who's after her. And I've just jumped, haven't I? Sorry, guys. Jim, I will be with you in a moment. It's just me, guys. It's no one else here. So Ben Fontanas, Ben Fontanas, if you're still here, you need to say yes, please, and we'll get to you. Right. Right, so literally we've got Jim, and then we've got Tara, who's popped up, and then we've got Erin, who's popped up. So Jim, Tara, Erin is my order. And Ben, if you're still around, Ben Fontanas, if you're still around, just pop up a yes, please, and we will get to you. And I think Niropa has gone. Right, so Jim, back to you. Let's get back to Jim. Jim, you are still here, yes? So I am tempted to say, but I am also very cautious to say because I don't know what the logistics are around this at all. And then Sue Venus, I'm coming to you too because you've been sneaky here all night watching everybody and giving energy to everybody, and you need a reading as well. So Sue, you need to be after Erin White, okay? So Jim, I know there's I don't know what the deal was, but I know there was a show. I'm not talking about the person, called Jim Will Fix It. I think there's some sort of awful thing that happened, if I understand correctly. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about, are you the kind of guy who always looks towards solving or fixing a problem, or are you quite handy with fixing things or doing things for other people? That's what I want to know about. I don't want to know about the drama of what happened with the guy from the TV show. And I didn't want to make the comparison because I do think it's not a great situation. But are you the kind of person who has been known to jump in, resolve things, fix things, repair things, do things? And is that maybe like a running joke with your friends? Yes or no, Jim? Just looking for a confirmation. Because it feels like this is the kind of person that you are, that you're always jumping in to help out other people, to assist other people, to do things, to fix things, to repair things, to make things good. Jim? Hello? Very helpful, yes. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys, there is a delay, and there will be a delay because it's about a 10-15 second delay, which I also need to remember. Okay, Jim, they are talking about you could do with some repair work for you. Now, I don't mean that in a funny way, and I'm not trying to be derogatory or nasty or anything like that. It's like Jim could do with some healing for himself. Jim could do with some things being done for Jim rather than through Jim, or Jim doing them for other people. And so they do want you to take time to take stock of your needs in the situation, your needs in what's happening right now in your life, how the things that are happening in your life are affecting you, both personally and professionally, and how you might actually benefit from taking on board some of that help and assistance that you've been given to others. Taking some of that on board for you might actually very well benefit you in a very good, positive, and self-affirming way. And they just want you to know that. They want you to know that you are worthy of that you are worthy of being assisted, that you are worthy of being helped, that you are worthy of all the good things that could come your way as a result of all the good that you've put out into the world. Okay, first of all. Second of all, it's okay not to be okay all the time. And so part of the programming that most of us deal with is that we just say that we're fine, even if we're not. And they want you to recognize that you have needs too, and that you have value as well. And if you've done all of this work already, and if you know all of this already, that's great. But they just want me to remind you and confirm with you that these are the things that you might need to, or choose to, focus on moving forward for yourself and for the benefit of those that are around you. Also, I find that there is something to do with a betrayal of trust, or something to do with a miscommunication as such, which hasn't landed you in hot water, but has had you questioning. It has had you questioning the people around you that have been around you and have been spending time with you. So just be aware that there's, like I said, there's a betrayal of trust, or there's a misrepresentation or miscommunication, and that has hit you quite hard in your perceptions of those who you hold nearest and dearest to you. And it might just be time for you to reflect and to reprocess and to deal with all the things that are actually happening in and around your world, and how you are best going to recover from them, and how you are best going to come out on the other side from that which you choose to take part in, and that which you choose to have in and around you at this time. Does that make sense for you, Jim? Does that make sense for you? Mridula, I have actually closed off the books for the night. My last person is going to be Sue Venus. So I'm sorry, my darling, but you have come in over time, really. We only usually go for an hour. So I am sorry. Sue Venus will be my last read after Erin. Jim, does that make sense to you? If you can just come back to me and confirm. Thank you, Mridula, for understanding. I do appreciate that. Thank you. I have spiritual gifts and had a tough. Okay. I have spiritual gifts and had a tough journey working for spirit. Thanks. This too shall pass. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel, and there will be this idea that things will naturally converge when they're meant to, and they will naturally diverge when they're meant to as well. So there'll be a coming together in some ways, and there'll also be a separation in some ways of maybe old modalities, old thought patterns, etc. It's just about how you process them and deal with them moving forward in a good way. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Feel free to message me privately should you wish to. Right, Tara, you are my third last person. So I've got Tara, Erin, and then Sue Venus to do. And then I'm done for the evening, boys and girls. So, Tara, let's see. Oh, Tara, have you got exciting news? Is there something happening for you in an exciting and self-affirming way? Tara, exciting and self-affirming way. There's news that's popped up that's really, really tickled you, really, really impressed you, really, really affirmed things for you. Tara, does that make sense? Tara Aga? I wonder, does this make sense for you? Oh, I don't know, she says. Okay, I feel like there's really exciting news coming for you, something unexpected. This year is all about being open to new surprises, etc., coming our way, and this feels like something unexpected is going to pop up and is really going to, I'm going to say, tickle you in a good way. It's going to really please you. It's going to really make you excited. It's going to make you eager. It's going to make you all those things. It's going to give you the feels, as they say. It's going to really make you just appreciate everything that you've had to go through to get to your now in a very, very good way. Also for you, I feel that there's boxes around you. So I don't know if you're planning a move or a change of circumstance, whether that be work or home. There are boxes around you, but I think you're still in the planning phases. I think that they are boxes that are folded up and on the side of the room. Okay, so the way I see them is if a box is folded, like flat packed, then that box is about a decision that's about to be made involving moving. If the box was pre-built or boxed up with the sellotape on it already and you're about to pack the box, so it's already constructed, then that means that the decision has been made. This feels like it's still a decision that's in the process. So if you're thinking about moving, it's a good idea. If you're thinking about change, it's a good idea. Just work out how that change is going to happen for you, and that might be why the boxes are still flat packed. It might be that you haven't fully processed just exactly how all of those changes, etc., are going to be affected with what you do and how it is done. So give that some thought, see how that works for you. That might be the exciting thing, who knows? But if there is a move on the cards, if there is a move being planned, it looks good. It just needs to have all the logistics sorted out for you in a good way, in a good and solid way. Cool. Erin White, you're second to last. Hi, Erin. Are you still here even? Sue Venus, are you still here? Because you are my last two ladies, Sue and Erin. Erin, we're with you first. And then we are going to move on to Sue. Sue, I need to know if you're still here. Right, Erin. I know you do spiritual art. I'm aware of this. You've shown me a couple of your pieces, well, probably a good 8 months ago. Are you still, pleasure Tara, are you still doing art, spiritual art, Erin? If so, has it expanded into a new realm or into a new field? Because I feel like it's more representative of you right now. I feel like it's something that is really coming full circle for you, and you're really finding your feet with it. And I'm looking at the idea of an exhibition of this art. Exhibition of this art. Pleasure, Sue. I'm going to be with you. You're my last client of the evening, my darling. Erin, art. Are you still doing it? Have you moved in a new direction with it? And why am I seeing this exhibition for you, but in a different way? Like it just feels quite cool, exciting, different, unique. Haven't recently, however, just was shown a new one by Spirit I should do. Okay, here's the advice from Spirit. If you've been shown this, I kind of feel like it's a mixed media piece. I kind of feel like you explore new avenues within your art, within the creation of it, and within the way in which you choose to display it or sell it. I do feel like there's an exhibition of sorts coming up, but it feels unconventional. It feels like, for argument's sake, you get given permission to do an exhibition in a Tesco at the checkouts. So when people come out of the checkouts, where they would walk along to leave the building kind of thing, there are all these easels put up. Like, it's an not necessarily Tesco, but it's an unconventional place that your art is going to pop up. It might be outside a shop in a high street. It just feels, or maybe in a theatre, in like the foyer of a theatre, or at a school. It just feels like the two don't naturally go together. Like, you wouldn't look at an art exhibition in Tesco usually, would you? So it feels like it's unconventional or unique or very different the way it's being presented and represented, and that's really, really important moving forward. It just feels like it is something exciting, something new for you. But look at the mixed media option as well, because I think that if you expand the tools and materials that you use in order to create your art, you will really and truly come into a new phase of how that art is celebrated and pushed and recognized moving forward. It just feels like it just feels like it turns a corner. It's new, it's different, it's unique, it's all of those things, and yet none of those things. And because of that, you are able to really achieve more than what you've expected to achieve before. That's what I feel for you. Also, there's vivid dreams for you. They need to be processed. You need to be writing these things down. Also, there's development for you, which you yourself know you need to take on board, but I feel you've been hesitating with your development, so I'm not sure what that's about. If you want to chat separately about that, we can do so. My last reading for the evening is Sue. Hello, Sue, you gorgeous lady. And all 7 of you that I'm told are still watching, thank you for still being here toward the end of the broadcast. It is lovely to have all of you still with us. Sue, my darling, you, Sue, are just amazing. You are able to support very quietly from the wings, and you never ask for anything for yourself. They want you, like with Debs, I almost want to say very similarly to Debs, they want you to take on board that you are deserving of so much more than what you are taking. So you're only taking minimal things, or you're choosing not to take, or you're choosing to step away from the table without having taken anything for yourself. And they want you to rectify the balance. They want you to fix the balance. Okay? So as much as you're giving out into the world, you need to also be receptive to receiving from the world and from spirit. A lot more gifts are being sent your way. Sue, for you too, there's this vivid dreaming thing going on. There's these mind pictures going on, and I know you work in picture anyway, but there's these mind pictures going on which need to be addressed, need to be seen to, need to be adhered to. I'm not sure what the deal is there, but it just feels like there is a lot going on, and that you need to just take stock of it for you. Take stock of it for you, and just allow it to exist in whichever way, shape, or form that it chooses to exist. So lots and lots of love to you. Usman, I can't even pronounce your surname. Can you go away, please? You do not belong here. This is not your broadcast. Thank you, Martin. I'll do some investigating, also look at some other materials. Very vivid dreams recently have had hold up on spiritual work. Would love to chat, so I'll send you a message tomorrow. Have a good night. Much love. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'd love to know how these people are getting in. That's what I'd love to know. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Apologies for all the interruptions, and I would hope that you have a blessed evening further. Enjoy your night. Have a great week ahead, and we will look forward to seeing you next week. Much love. Namaste, MJ.